TestiMonday, happy TestiMonday, happy TestiMonday. Okay, so you guys ready for another testimony? I hope so. That's good. On a Monday, testimony on a Monday, testimony on a Monday. Anyway, hope you're gonna have a great week. Hope you're excited about what the Lord is gonna do this week. And I'm coming back with another testimony. So we're going to talk about getting into college. I was going to community college. Let me back up. I went to an out-of-state university when I first got out of high school. Hated it there. Actually, I can say where I went. I went to Arizona State University. And I did not like it there. People were not friendly. Like, I would smile at people and I would get nothing back. I'm not sure if it was necessarily racist or not. I just think people weren't friendly, honestly. I was not making friends. I was coming home every weekend on the Greyhound because I hated it there, but I think that really contributed to me not staying at Arizona State. I really should have been staying on the weekends because I wasn't making friends. Probably because I was leaving. My bike had got stolen. I don't forgive them for that. Well, I do. I forgive. But, it was way too hot. Like, it was way too hot. Like, I'm from San Diego, California. We get a breeze from the ocean, okay? It gets hot, but it didn't, like, I remember I couldn't wear flip-flops. I live in flip-flops in San Diego. I couldn't even wear my flip-flops in Arizona. Like, the top of my feet would be burning. So, it was just too much for me. I just ended up wanting to come home. My parents were not, like, forcing me or anything. They were like, okay, if you want to come home, come home. And so I came home. And then I tried to go to San Diego State right after, but they wanted my Arizona State University transcripts. I could not get my Arizona State University transcripts because I owed them about $4,000. Now, when I went there, they gave me a scholarship that would cover, I forget the exact numbers. Let's just pretend that it was going to be $32,000 a year to go to Arizona State. They offered me $28,000 a year. So all I would owe was $4,000 out of pocket. And I think it was like they were going to cover it and then I was going to pay them back, basically. This, in hindsight, made 0 sense because going to an in-state college would have only costed me around that amount, about $4,000 at the time. And I would have gotten scholarships, which I did end up getting when I went back to school. But let's just keep going. But it seemed like a lot of money. I was like, my eyes lit up when I saw that kind of money. My parents were like, really didn't have that much experience with school because neither one of them had went to school. My mom went later, but they were like, okay, it seems cool. My dad didn't want me to leave state, but my mom was like, you should go off. It was a lot. Anyway, let's go back to the story. So I went to Arizona State, came home, could not go to San Diego State because of my transcript situation, so I started going to community college. I could go to community college, but I could not get, basically I couldn't see a counselor because I didn't have my transcripts. I could go to school. I had the waiver that covered the fees of school, but I couldn't get any financial aid because I couldn't see a counselor because I didn't have my transcripts. So I just kind of was making my own way. I just looked up what classes I needed to take to get to San Diego State, and I just was winging it because I couldn't see a counselor. So anyway, it's down to the wire. I have finished my 2 years. I'm ready to transfer. I have already gotten into San Diego State. They're ready to take me. It's literally down to the wire. The last thing I need to start my semester at San Diego State is my transcripts from Arizona State. And I still owe them about $4,000. I had paid them $100 here and there, child. Like, it was just, but I still pretty much owed them $4,000. And I was like, how am I going to get that amount in literally a matter of months? Like, I needed it, within a month to pay that off just so I can start school. And I was like, okay, Lord, I know that you have not brought me this far to leave me. Like, there is no way that I have gone this far in my education and then I have no way to continue. There's just no way. I don't believe that you're going to do that to me. Like, I just refuse to believe. I know that you're going to work it out. I know that you're going to make a way for me to have this money. I do not know how. So there was a few things that I did. I went and tried to talk to one of these programs that I was in while I was in high school. I kind of tried to see if they could help me out. So I had I had emailed them and I was waiting to hear back. I remember I was building up my credit at the same time. So I had applied for a couple credit cards and not expecting much because your girl's credit was not that great because I had already ran up a student credit card as soon as I got into college. So, I was just like, I had gotten a couple offers in the mail and I had applied to them. So I was just, still trying to figure out. I was trying to sell some things, trying to make extra money here and there however I could. But I was basically trying to make $4,000, almost $5,000. Honestly, it was like 4,000 something. So I ended up, I didn't really hear much back from the program that I emailed. The stuff I was selling wasn't equaling no $5,000, and I ended up getting some letters back from the credit cards I had applied to. And both of them were like, there's some sort of fraud on your account. We need to call you. Or we need to get in touch with you. So I was like, what? What's going on? They were like, some things aren't adding up with the history that you provided and da-da-da. So I called the one credit card back and I was like, yeah, this is me. This is my information, da-da-da. And they were like, oh, okay, well, you've been approved. Your credit limit is going to be $300, da-da-da. We'll send you your card. You should have it within a week or so. And I was like, okay. And I called the other one and I was like, yeah, this is me. This is my information. It's really me. And they were like, oh, okay, you provided all the information. Oh, so you've been approved. Your credit limit is $5,000. And you should be receiving your card within 5 to 7 business days. But we can give you your card number right now if you would like it. I said, yes, I would like it, please. They gave me the card number. I wrote it down. I paid Arizona State. I paid Arizona State that day. I'm pretty sure that day because I was down to the wire. I really wish I had exact dates for you. But to put into perspective, I could not wait that week that it was going to take for them to give me that card. I couldn't wait. So I paid it that day with just using the numbers that they gave me. Paid Arizona State, got my transcripts from Arizona State, paid to get the transcripts, got them, sent them to San Diego State, turned in my transcripts for them. They ended up being like, okay, everything's in, you start your classes, you can register, all this stuff. So God blew my mind with that. Now, some of you may be saying, well, you didn't want a credit card. You still have to pay that. That's true. And I think that a lot of times we want to be free from the consequences of our actions. And I do think that the Lord wanted me to see something don't make decisions without consulting me. So the decision I made to go to Arizona State, I did not talk to God about that. My relationship with God wasn't even at all where it is today. So I do think I still had to pay for that, which I still had to pay down that credit card, but it was still God making a way for me, and I'm grateful. I'm so grateful that He just made a way for me, and there is no way that I should have qualified for a $5,000 credit card. I told you, the other place called me back and was like, okay, you approved, but $300. That's it. That's all your credit is worth. And I just can't believe that God made a way. It was just, I can't believe, but it was just like, oh my God, thank you so much. So that is my TestiMonday about how I was able to finish school when literally I was about to have to be like, okay, I can't do nothing until I get this money. I hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see, you guys share your testimonies with me. Share your testimonies, and I hope you have a happy and a blessed week. Bye.